Hello, I'm Richard Winters, and today I want to talk to you about a tradition and a style of training that incorporates what we call the Two-Rein. Now, this comes from the West Coast, from the vaqueros, from the California tradition of riding horses in the hackamore, and then transitioning through the Two-Rein and straight up in the bridle. If you're from a different part of the country, perhaps that's not part of your tradition, and there are other good ways to train horses, but perhaps you've seen this or observed it and had questions about it, and I thought it'd be fun to show you on this horse today who is in this phase of training. For the last 2 years, I've ridden this mare in a hackamore. Looks something very similar to this, although it was a little wider in its circumference. Had these Makati reins, just like these are right here, teaching her to guide left and right and begin to introduce her the idea of the neck rein. Now, ultimately, I want to introduce her to the bridle. A Spanish style bit, something like this, where it has a port and it has a roller, has a leverage and a chin strap on it. But this is a pretty sophisticated piece of equipment, and she's going to need some time to get used to it, thus the time in the Two-Rein. So let's bridle her up and let me show you how it works. Traditionally, at this stage of training, we use romal reins. Again, they can be made out of rawhide or leather, but it's two reins that will snap to the cheek pieces of the bit with a romal on the end. So we'll get her set up today and we'll see what she thinks about it. This was just introduced to her in the last few weeks, but she's taken to it pretty good. I'll take the end of my Makati rein, put a couple half hitches up around my saddle horn. So the idea now is that she has a bridle bit in her mouth, but she's really not sure how it works, but she does understand what the hackamore is about. So at first, I don't even have to touch my bridle reins, my reins in romal. I can guide my horse and ride my horse just like I have over the last 2 years with this hackamore. Now, if you didn't have some pretty good response from your horse and feel in the hackamore, just going to the Two-Rein is not going to fix anything for you. But the idea, and thus the term Two-Reins, is to hold both reins in your hand, and for quite some time, you pick up predominantly on the hackamore rein and leaving the bridle rein, the romal rein, relatively loose. Ooh. So she's just learning to carry that bit. Now, as time goes on, I can begin to pick up on those reins just a little bit more and introduce more to her. We'll drive her up here and give her a little job to do. You can see her giving to that hackamore and being soft. Some people would call that the bozalito or the small bozel. And she has a good feel there. But little by little, I can begin to shorten up these reins and romal to where she begins to feel that bridle a little bit.